like a small boat.
So just a little bit of a disclosure here. I am not a marriage counselor by any means, nor do I ever want to give you advice on your marriage, really. What I am giving you is some tips and tricks on what to do to communicate your side of the story when you want to raise your children naturally and holistically, and your husband is not there with you. He feels differently. He wants to go with the man in the white coat who says to him that this is the things you need to be doing for your child's well-being. I always think that a mother knows best. And a father knows best as well, but they don't have the same motherly instincts that we do. So we have to really go with our gut and see what is really working for your family and your family's health, okay? So if you are thinking that, vaccines might not be the best for your family, and this isn't really a video about vaccines, but the thing is that vaccines is such a hot topic in between a husband and a wife, one who thinks that vaccinating is a good thing and one who doesn't think that vaccinating is good. There's going to be a battle there. There's going to be a bit of a fight between the two of you. And so, not to say that isn't a good thing, because when we argue or we have different opinions about how we should do things, that can be a good situation for a marriage to work that out. When my husband and I were newly parents, I decided that I didn't want to vaccinate my son, and so he was dead set that was just the dumbest idea ever. And so this is what I did. I didn't give him any books to read, because I knew that the books would be thrown back in my face, just like how the pediatrician did. When we walked into the pediatrician's office for our son's first checkup, I handed him a book and I said, I don't want to vaccinate. I don't think it's the best choice for our family. And he basically threw the book in my face and was like, I think you're really making a mistake here. And basically wouldn't see us anymore. So that's okay. A month later, we moved from a pediatrician in Wisconsin. Was more receptive, actually, and was more respectful of our wishes. Really become too big an issue anymore, because the pediatrician wasn't really pushing the idea. We're going to have a hard time, and there's so many fears that go into it. I didn't push him ever to read a book, and I think that worked for my marriage, only because I know my husband, and I think if I treated it more harshly, it would have been worse for us. Another thing that I did was I allowed him mind and then come up with a solution together. And so and that we never took our son really to the pediatrician, because he was never really sick. And so when we were expecting our second child, it wasn't really discussed if we were going to vaccinate or not vaccinate. It was just like, this is how we raise our children, and that's that. So taking some time to let that pass is really good. And so we were going to have a conventional childbirth in a hospital. But, something inside of me said that this is going to be a different childbirth. laboring at home, and I wanted her to be the voice when I couldn't be the voice at the hospital. So she was going to say, her wishes are not to have an epidural and blah, 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 blah. Well, what ended up happening is that I progressed so fast at home that I ended up delivering at home in the bathroom. And it was such a beautiful experience, a little bit scary, but at the same time, it was so, so beautiful. And it was the perfect birth story for my daughter. And I tell you this story just because, the bond between are so strong, and the connection that you're within your body and yourself is that your body knows what to do for your child and for yourself. And as a mom, and so if you're